Hello dear students, today we are going to start with the last part of mergers and acquisition, that is problems related to capital budgeting or capital budgeting as in mergers and acquisition. So here basically there are two types of problems that we solve. One is when details like EAT, EPS, your number of equity shares, all these things are given and you have to calculate the market price after acquisition or PE ratio after acquisition. This is one type of problem that you may come across in capital budgeting for mergers and acquisition. And the second type of problem would be when balance sheets are given, cash flows would be given, and you have to estimate NPV. So that is the next part that we're going to study. Today, let us start with this problem where EAT, market price, PE ratio, all these details are given and we estimate the market price post acquisition or the PE ratio post acquisition. So let's go ahead with this particular problem. The XYZ Limited wants to acquire ABC Limited. Okay, so XYZ wants to acquire ABC Limited by exchanging its 1.6 shares for every share of ABC Limited. So for one share of ABC Limited, okay, it is one share of ABC Limited, you are going to get 1.6 shares of XYZ Limited, right? So it's clearly mentioned by exchanging its 1.6 share for every share of ABC Limited. Okay, it anticipates to maintain the existing PE ratio subsequent to the merger also. The relevant financial data are EAT, that is earnings after tax, is 15 lakhs and for ABC it is 4,50,000. Number of outstanding equity shares, its number, okay, it's 3 lakh shares and 75,000 shares of ABC. Then market price per share is 35 rupees per share for XYZ and 40 rupees per share for ABC. And what are the questions asked? What is the exchange ratio based on market price? So we have to first find out the exchange ratio based on market price. Second, what is the pre-merger EPS and PE ratio of each company? Before the merger happening, what is the PE ratio of XYZ and what is the EPS and PE ratio of XYZ and what is the EPS and PE ratio of ABC? Question number third is, what was the PE ratio used in acquiring ABC Limited? So we have to find out something called as an implied PE ratio. Okay, what was the PE ratio used in acquiring ABC Limited? Means we have to find out implied PE ratio. Then fourth question is, what is EPS and of XYZ after acquisition? And last question is, what is the expected market price of the merged company? Okay, so these are the 5 questions asked to us. Let's try to solve them one by one. The first question asked was, what is the exchange ratio based on market price? So exchange ratio based on market price means we have to use the market price and find out the exchange ratio. Now how do we do this? First of all, we know for every one share of ABC, you're going to get 1.6 shares of XYZ, right? It is mentioned over here. ABC Limited by exchanging its 1.6 shares for every share of ABC Limited. So for every one share of ABC Limited, the shareholders are going to get 1.6 shares of XYZ Limited. So how do we solve this? Okay, so if you see, for 40 rupees, that is ABC, XYZ is 35. So for 40 it is 35. For 1.6 it would be how much? I hope you are understanding this, right? For 40 shares, or 40 is the market price, it is 35. XYZ's market price is 35. So when 1.6 shares is given, what would be the market price, or what would be the exchange ratio? So it would be 1.6 into 35 divided by 40. Okay, this is the simplest way to find out the exchange ratio based on market price. Okay, it is always the number of shares exchanged into the price of the acquiring company divided by price of the acquired company. Okay, so it is 1.6 into 35 divided by 40 is equal to 1.4. So 1.4 is the exchange ratio based on market price. I hope you're clear with this. Next is the question number B. What is pre-merger EPS and the PE ratio of each company? Pre-merger means we have to consider these values itself. Now EPS is nothing but earnings per share. That is the total earnings available to the equity shareholders divided by number of equity shares. So how do you calculate EPS? First we take the EAT of XYZ 15 lakhs. For ABC it is 4,50,000. Then number of equity shares is 3 lakhs and 75,000 given over here. Then how do we calculate EPS? It is EAT, that is earnings available after tax, divided by number of equity shares. So 15 lakhs divided by 3 lakhs is 5 and 4,50,000 divided by 75 is 6. Now coming to PE ratio. How do you calculate PE ratio? It is market price divided by earnings per share. So what is the market price? It's mentioned over here. It is 35 divided by earnings per share. We have calculated the earnings per share, which is 5. So 35 divided by 5 gives you 7. So the PE ratio pre-merger, before the merger, the PE ratio of XYZ is 7. And similarly for ABC, market price is 40 divided by 6 is the EPS that we have calculated over here. So 40 divided by 6 is 6.67. So 6.67 becomes the pre-merger PE ratio of ABC Limited. So that solves our second question, that is what is the pre-merger EPS and PE ratio. Let's go ahead with the next part, that is C. What was the PE ratio used in acquiring ABC Limited? Okay, so now what was the PE ratio used? How do we calculate that is, okay, first the formula is, it is implied PE ratio in the acquisition of ABC Limited. So what is the formula? It is market price offered to ABC Limited. Okay, market price offered to ABC Limited, because we are acquiring ABC. So how much was the market price offered? If you see, how many shares were given on the basis of market price? The share exchange ratio was 1.4. On the basis of market price, the share exchange ratio was 1.4. And how many shares were there in, what is the price per share of ABC? It is 40. Right. So for 1.4 into 40 gives you the market price offered to ABC Limited. Right. The market price of shares of ABC into the share exchange ratio based on market price. So 1.4 into 40 gives us 56. So the market price per share offered to ABC is 56 divided by the current EPS of ABC, that is the current earnings per share of ABC that we have calculated over here, which is 6 rupees. So 56 divided by 6 gives us 9.33. So what is the implied PE ratio? It is 9.33. So the price earning ratio of in the implied price earning ratio in the acquisition of ABC is 9.33. Coming to the fourth question, what is the EPS of XYZ company after acquisition? Okay, so after acquisition we have to calculate the EPS. For that we have to consider, now it is after acquisition, that means both the companies have been taken together, so both the EATs have to be considered. So EAT is 15 lakhs plus 4,50,000. Students understand, we have already calculated EPS. The formula remains the same, that is EAT divided by number of equity shares. So the same formula have to be used, but it would be a combined EPS of both the companies together. So we have to consider EAT of both the companies, that is 15 lakhs and 4,50,000. So 15 lakhs plus 4,50,000 is 9,50,000 divided by XYZ shares remain the same, that is 3 lakh. But how many shares will ABC get? Okay, it is 1,20,000. Now how did we get this 1,20,000? If you see, the share exchange ratio is 1.6. So for every one share you will get 1.6 shares. So how many shares are there in ABC? It is 75,000. So 75,000 into 1.6. Okay, 75,000 into 1.6 gives us 1,20,000 shares. You can see the calculation over here. 75,000 shares are there in ABC Limited. Into they are getting, for every one share they are getting 1.6 shares. So into 1.6. So 1,20,000 shares. Okay. So if you see the calculation, it is 15 lakhs divided plus 4,50,000 divided by 3 lakhs plus 1,20,000. So if you do this calculation, you will get the EPS as 4.64. That is 15 lakhs plus 4,50,000 gives us 19,50,000 divided by 4,20,000 gives us 4.64. So the EPS of XYZ company after merger, after acquiring ABC, would be 4.64. Then if EPS is 4.64, what would be the expected market price after merger? Okay, now we already know the formula of PE ratio. PE ratio is equal to market price divided by EPS. Now in this, we know the EPS, which is 4.64, because the combined EPS or the EPS after merger is 4.64. Then if you observe here, they have said it anticipates to maintain existing PE ratio subsequent to the merger. So the PE ratio would remain the same. So what is the PE ratio? The current PE ratio of XYZ is 7, and we have to calculate market price. So what would be the market price? Market price would be 7 into 4.64. So 7 into 4.64 gives you 32.48. So the market price would be 32.48, and that is what we have done over here. Okay, I hope you're clear with this calculation of market price, right? It is using the same formula of PE ratio. Okay, we have used the formula of PE ratio and substituted the values, and we have got the market price of XYZ after merger. So this is how we solve problems related to capital budgeting or problems related to calculation of market price, exchange ratios, PE ratios and EPS in mergers and acquisition. In the next class, we'll try to solve one more problem, or the next video we'll try to solve one more problem on similar lines so that you are more clear on it. Thank you. Have a happy learning.